Right, let's see. So in my mind, the two best Sunset teams. We've got Heretics on defense, PRX on attack. And we have one trip here, which they kind of struggle to. They struggle to break when you have that. Not so much. Do bro plants against the wall. Good after plants here. This is going to be a hard retake. A very hard retake.
But they haven't dealt with a Sage Wall yet, which is a really interesting kind of flavor to how you're going to play the post.
Yeah, and they save the flash on this one.
Monye second guessing himself there, where he decided to send out a paranoia. What is the call to be made? Stand up, Monye.
Look at the delay util, it's so good. People playing over towards site, everyone else ready for the spam. No way he's alive for that long. They were hard round to win, yeah, because they can just spam the planner with a diffuser. Yeah, and that was very nicely played from PRX. Love the pistol on this one. Good plant, good after plant. Good mix of like stalling over towards the site, especially the util was really good. And good mix of just people playing over towards B main.
You're on the pistol round. You cannot
afford Tofu and Joy, thank you for the 2 months, man. Appreciate you. Thank you, thank you.
And especially if Device going to be able to get kills like that. That's 2 just through that crack in the wall.
Yeah.
Caught on the camera,
the Sage, man. The Sage is so sick on this.
For Heretics, that's the way that it ended up going. But we are going to see so many of those kind of rounds, I think.
Flash Neon play over towards A.
Hit the
have
site
a
with
lot
all of
of stuff behind it.
And I think Team Heretics might find it a little difficult to pick the mid-round timings that we've seen them get against other squads.
Up with the trips though.
What the?
Kill, unfortunate.
Yeah.
For old Benji.
And the plant's not as good this time. You could diffuse over towards the left here.
That plant straight down out.
This is even more unfair to Heretics though, isn't it?
Alright, Saint, I'll check it out at one point.
The other side of things.
Yeah, bits and pieces of util. I mean, if PRX decide to take the fight straight to them, which they have. Okay.
Oh, and this might get a little bit tricky because it's not a good plant, so they have more places to defuse it. If someone decides to defuse like on this dot here and they block vision, could be pretty scary.
Still the wall smoked to at least carve their way through. They found it. Placement here. This is looking really precarious right now.
Low HPs.
In a world of hurt, they have to manage themselves and find these kills. One player left. It's Mindfreak. And here it is. Patatech half on a defuse. The time.
He's got it.
Might be just barely. It looks a bit rough.
Damn, nicely done. Holy hell, really good from them. Smoked off the right side, pushed all the way through. One double duel on site as well.
Player advantage situation. That's where you saw the Heretics kind of system thrive.
Can we buy into this? Oh man, this is gonna be manic. Yeah, the Omen Flash was good as well. He played this very well. Yeah, I'm enjoying this smoke to try and push over towards site. It is kind of like a little bit of a counter to the smoke and the plant that's happening here.
So important. Now, take a look at PRX buying back into this one.
Yeah, now we have to really concentrate because everyone's money's super low apart from Boo, and we full force into this. We've got Official as well. Mini Boo one away from Mizzle.
Flash forwards with Thrash. He's going to be setting this one up, so clears through into market. A couple of players backside. Detainment.
Oh boy, and the other two have to fight and save this guy, and the molly is incredible. Yeah, the molly was so good, and maybe Forsaken tunnel visioned a little bit to try and get the kill from the fish.
And still Mini Boo left to contain. No gaps left into the play. Monye will get the gun though.
And Monye's position here is difficult to root out. The Sage Wall.
2 players not looking, twists and turns. They can't really find themselves an easy
yeah, it's
kill.
pretty
There
low.
it is. Okay.
Mindfreak on site. Mindfreak is the guy to win this.
Close to the pillar. Damage.
Oh, low HP guy found the info as well. Damn. Nice round from Heretics as well. Money's really low for PRX. They got to accept this one. 2-4 on top of what they got. Yeah, Mini Boo's a beast, man.
But also the way that he pats and he uses his utility.
I want to shout out Patty Tech here as well, to be honest. Patty, this molly and just the spam here, and just how these two reacted from this guy getting detained as well in terms of Benji Fishy eating the fish. Yeah, they're very good to fight over towards site.
Just making sure that all the gaps
they played it very well.
Are solved, and they don't just have to run into Monye
PRX pick Sunset, yeah, the best map. Flora, thank you so much for the 10 months. Thank you. Appreciate the tier 1. Patty, yeah, he's a beast, man. He's really good on. He's been really good as a stand-in. His KO Yuto is always like on point.
And for the first time, we see PRX going for more of a defaulty approach. Throwing that knife over towards A. Forsaken did that on the pistol as well, and it ended up in a B group up. It's fairly similar to what PRX are going for again here.
Yeah, contacting, removing the first layer of the trip, out in the open with the util, no punishment. Onto Forsaken.
You're going over towards the B site again.
B, but it seems like Heretics have got.
Are we just gonna start? Oh my goodness!
He's holding it down just with the rifle. The spam damage, no punishment.
And they're fine to just focus over towards middle. Have a retake, and we have a
aggressive
drone for retake as well. The drone's kind of nice here. Oh, they decide to go aggro.
There's no real guns and no real danger.
Yeah, I mean, why not?
Cheeky idea,
You
nevertheless.
potentially catch him off with a lot of util.
I think that was a team flash, though, wasn't it? That was Forsaken's flash that came through and ended up blinding some of the PRX players that were trying to push.
It's feeling a little bit improv-y towards the back of the site. Traded dart, gliding his way straight to the divide.
Nicely done.
Directly to the target.
Very nicely done. 4 people surviving as well. That's really good for the ecom.
They're not scared to try to take these fights.
Would Astra work on Sunset? Sunset's one of those maps where just everything's good, to be honest.
Of what's making
It's a bit like a Fracture, where just every agent's kind of good.
Remember that they played and qualified without dropping a map, but it was all with ping. They had to play online because Rians couldn't get there to play at kickoff in person. So this was their first time, for starters, playing on a stage this big, playing in front of a crowd like this, but also playing on the LAN servers and getting used to that. Does it seem to have made the slightest bit of difference? Nope.
Not at all.
No.
Expect it.
There's a lot of talk about, you know, rookies and how they perform when it comes to the big stage.
Which coach or team has come up with the best strats, past and present? Vision Strikers were still like ahead of everything in terms of like paving the kind of way of how the game should be played. It is Vision Strikers in terms of like most impact on strats, for sure. Like first year of the game, they just came up with like a lot of creative stuff, kind of showed us how we should be playing the defense side, where we were kind of playing it way too passive.
The old gods can fall. Team Heretics took down Na'Vi to be able to get to this point. They qualified over Fnatic, who are not here. They know that these gods can bleed.
Absolutely.
Hoggy, thank you for the 18 months. Thank you, thank you. Thoughts on the Wahoojan drama? Couldn't care less, bro.
Control at a tournament. I mean, Champs 2022 comes to mind. PRX are no strangers to it. It's not like they've had dominance throughout their
The cam effect, yeah, looks sick. The half and half, it's really cool.
Based on the tail end of 2023.
Okay.
Some relatively high expectations.
Fish ult, Sova ult, one away from Rez. We got a lot, man. We got a lot of stuff.
They said they were playing in a 6 out of 10 compared
6
to
out of
last
10
year.
is what they were rating themselves. And
yeah.
Just kind of going into Madrid, I think, expecting to just have a bit of fun, which is the PRX way of things, a bit of style.
Well, it seems like they're scrimming the BXX at the moment.
I like this,
That knife caught all 5 players.
Like this.
They know exactly it's a refight call. Panatek forwards. That flash is magnificent.
That was nice, though, and I like the idea from Heretics on this one. And I think they wanted to go aggro because of the res, but they just didn't manage to capitalize on the right kills. Really like this little new default they have of throwing the Viper smoke over towards here. I think that one's really cool. Isolate just like the pathing around here means you can't get wrecked by a peek over towards main. Lexi, thank you so much. Thank you with the gifted. Elizabeth as well, welcome in. The worthy person to get it. You're always here. Thank you so much.
From your opponents, you expect them not to keep hitting the W button, and yet PRX, nah,
They don't care.
nah,
They do not care.
and that's why that flash timing doesn't quite work. Paddy's assuming that they'll have put a pause into.
Let's see how much damage
Let's have a look at Rians and Benji though.
Heretics can do.
A lot to do for them.
That's for saving my house, yeah, honestly, the ad thing. Bro, I wonder how much I would have got wrecked for it. Keep an eye on the late luck over towards middle, there is a trip up. Still though, I would say that's nice damage. That's not too bad. Nice run from PRX. Heretics tried to kind of punish over towards B main. PRX just had so many numbers there. They did know about the numbers because they hit the knife, but kind of committed.
Because I think one of the biggest ways that PRX are going to find win conditions in this.
Maybe the timing was slightly off, right? I wonder if the knife hit it. I wonder if the knife going in and hitting 5 meant that Ati kind of didn't want to do the aggro, but Miniboo had already committed.
Unlikely most of the time. Well, Boo
I'm not Radiant, bro. I have no time to play the game. If I actually could get Radiant, I would worry for the rest of the people that play this game. I only play like 1 month in the whole of the year. But when I did play, when it was super easy, I got it. But I don't think that also counts because anyone could get it back then.
Another situation again, Brent, where the cam contact that you can see them pinging out right now doesn't anticipate somebody going for a wide
definitely should be including that.
If that's just a shallow little jiggle to spot anybody in mid, the cam takes contact, paranoia can be used, and Team Heretics can crunch the mid players. But instead, they just swung out fully and took the fight.
Purely W gaming.
Yeah, and this aggro stuff, I don't know, man. It's not. Maybe they're too ready for it. It feels weird going aggro against PRX because they kind of thrive with that stuff. They thrive with it, and this is a good plant, good after plant.
2v3.
The same too.
Everybody's playing towards main there with a neural theft.
Oh no, it's not. Reans was in the other one. Sorry.
All broken. One less thing to really worry about here. Still one hell of a task. Need rebounds. The Vi's going to be forced out wide. Shots need to be landed here by Benji. Flash to set it up. Everybody evacuating. Magnificent! Once more!
Oh boy, that was nice. Went close. No one dueling. Patty with the flash. Boy, respect.
From Heretics there. That's the thing. If you give them the space,
damn, bro. Just after they won a round as well. 1-9 loss bonus. These two are a little bit wrecked. That was sick. Man, Patty has some of the best KO util. Like I'm watching
back when you were on the desk for that game.
It's like I'm watching Ethan or something.
When Heretics are allowed the space to set these things up, God, the nade into the back, the flash to clear.
Nismo? Yeah, Nismo works as well. You know, I haven't watched Nismo for so long, man. I'm excited to watch them again. Yeah, nightmare. Two people have to kind of low buy on this one, and they do full buy into it. And we have a Spectre, and we have a Sheriff. So it's a bit of a weird full buy. Late knife goes in. That is going to hit the Cypher, right? No. Gonna hit the server. Okay, well that'll hit the Cypher. They got a full retake this one. Could get the good plant again. Yeah, good plant again. Now we'll do the hard retake. Mind Freak has his ult. Does he want to go close to ult? No, he ults over towards the spike. What the? What? Bro, how has he got 3? How's he got 3 there?
Clearing up the remnants, the pit's down, but really, it's just a matter of time. And
there's no way.
You can feel it. Despair settling. Dread in the bones, tagged up by the drone, no chance.
Benji looks amazing, man.
Yeah, give me that replay.
Amazing.
Well, that should have been a hard retake. They went aggro. I'm surprised they went aggro in terms of pushing, but I mean, they didn't really push too fast. Benji's just wrecked everyone.
And he really did put in the work in Tier 2. Oh, yeah. Even when he joined this squad, people were not immediately saying, oh, the Heretics are going to be superb instantly. I did not expect them to be here in Madrid, but now that they are, what is this?
Yeah,
what the hell?
Anticipating the timing of those players so perfectly to even catch something afterwards. Nuts. Absolutely nuts.
Squad is stacked.
The players like that
and they forced into it as well. They forced into it. They got a eco, and they put the Viper into it, and the KO ult, just for him to just individually win the round.
Danger in this round with Mind Freak. He's managed to work his way in, just walking past us. Does Boo expect it? Believe he must have called it. No, his head's gone. Oh my! Mini Budo returns it with the stun.
Yeah, and he doesn't overextend. Just gets out of there. Creates the pressure that he might have gone back, so they have to use extra util to clear this as well. Uh-oh. Fish ult does get him. Does he decide to swing? It's all on Patty to own this.
He has to back away into the smoke, and there's the kill. Secured. Follow up. Sheriff is online. But yet, disgusting
and
work,
they did pretty good on that one though.
The
Forsaken low. Benji.
He got a 3K in the previous round, but it wasn't as difficult as all of this. He has no great information about where PRX are playing and has to break this wall, giving away exactly what angles he's going to be fighting.
That's hard. He's got no body really to ult until he gets over towards site.
This one's a chance. Doubled up, high-low setup, crouch, but they don't know where he might be coming from.
Oh, whoa.
Info. I was a believer.
That's unreal.
Damn, bro. 28. He's insta-dinking people.
Barely scraped through for PRX.
It's a nice round from PRX, though.
Ends up being the MVP there for PRX.
Oh my God.
As it took half of the bullet, headed straight for Devi. Nevertheless, an example of why PRX's A exec can be so dangerous there. Heretics got kind of roped in, pulled in to trying to fight as one player at a time got put into bad situations.
Money really low. Money really low. We get the op-out on attack. He does like to do this one. Hard, though. To get A control against this comp with what they do, it's pretty hard, but does disrespect the Omen one way.
It's not interesting. I mean, they do it a lot. Doesn't matter what role something's playing, they really do favor this, just trying to slow the rounds down and find those picks.
I think the
Early info over towards B. Early camera as well that spots middle info. So we can have a bit of a stack over towards here. And yeah, we just walk into the angle. And they tried to get a trade.
It's punished almost immediately. Patatek is forwards in front of the util, in front of the slow.
But there was a ping, there was a beep.
Yeah,
from the Dizzy.
Yeah, the Dizzy noted him. Lovely shot.
Timing based on that. As soon as the flash comes through, pixel angle for Rians, not enough to clear the head off one of the bodies. Plant will go down without any problems.
Spike planted.
2v4 doesn't look doable. At some point, might be starting to think about the call to save this now. Surely, Rians will even be allowed to exit.
Jesus.
He makes a good go of it.
Okay, nicely done. And maybe we need to see a Heretics timeout because this area at the moment is costing them a little bit fighting here. Yeah, and the most obvious thing after this timeout is just like a straight up switch. Cypher goes over towards A. Might be too obvious though.
Usually Heretics are the king of cooking up these on-the-fly set plays. They're going to take a timeout here.
The aimless tournament, yeah, man. People are getting insta dinks. You can't really miss a beat these days.
Normally, I mean, listen, talking about something with this operator, I'm not a huge fan of it when I've been watching him play with it just prior. They really got punished hard, I think, in the EDG match where they just weren't showing presence. They weren't given the opportunity for pickoffs.
And Heretics themselves could play more passively, try to play for retakes. I'm not sure that that would be the best strategy, though. PRX have been known to mix in some of those contacting plays.
Live draw after this? We are getting a live draw after this, yeah.
And that you can get into some really
let's see if they throw a random element in there or if they're just going to stick with it.
Ready to go with another null command. So that could end up being quite important here. We've seen PRX leaning B very heavily at the start of this half. And now swapping over to mostly doing A executes.
The option now going pretty rapidly.
We got a lot of ults, and the main change up that I thought we might see was the Cypher over towards here, but they might want to do it the round after. This is what we call a Doom Bros, or what I call a Doom Bros, because this is how Doom Bros does it. Where they have an overall thing of what they want to change, but it becomes too obvious, so they throw in a normal round of just playing the macro as you would normally. But you don't change it up until next round. Maybe they're trying to do something that would counter your change up. They also threw a lot more util into actually making sure they hold one over towards A, so that's kind of cool.
And these players that were falling away from A could have fallen prone to it. Instead, here comes the B split.
Yeah, and Benji needs to get out of there.
Two different directions. So all being used to clear out through market on top of the wall. It's anticipating
5.
Nasty business, nasty shot. Mosh in through the back, just the slightest of gaps. Something's head's gone.
Server ult as well, by the way. Man, what is going on with this server right now? Everyone is insta-dinking.
Forwards now, he knows he has to take risks. There's a slight gap, he's seen the cross. But there's a lot more to do here. Needs a bloody miracle. Holding, there's one. Get any more, 6 bullets left. Smoke fading, paranoia just in time.
Solid util. Oi, save your kill. Oh! Oh man, that was on.
Found, but still 11 HP. He can't do it. They know he's low.
Yeah, comms came into how low he was here. Nicely done in the end. Mind Freak did really good to make this one close as well. Bro, the stats is stacked server at the moment, man. The aim is too much.
They were so ready for that swing on top of the sage wall. Here it is from Rians again. As soon as the wall goes
his
up,
adjustment of it is there.
And the Mosh is thrown to try to set up the Mosh paranoia and try to put pressure and fight really aggressive for Boba and stop Team Heretics going for that retake style. And instead, it just exposes something's head for a fraction of a moment. And that's enough for Heretics to get an even larger player advantage. That operator now in hands of the defending Sova.
Oh, okay.
So if you haven't got enough of your initiator op from Something's attack side, have a look at this one from Rien's.
Devi with the res as well, so we'll have a look at that. We have double trip. We have a, I mean, that hits both, right? Oh, it doesn't hit the other trip.
Only gets rid of one.
Yeah. And it's a trip on the floor to try and kill Wingman.
Fully revealed, spamming it through.
Damn, that's pretty cool.
The plan and the damage done with the Hunter's Fury has to be an escape from Meunier. He will TP just to the side to narrowly avoid it. But this has thrown a lot of chaos into the mix. Lovely shot.
Damn, that was sick though. We had the normal trip, and they have another trip that's close, but it's on the floor, and they know that normally they oh boy, this flipped.
They both get it with the res online. Suddenly, this player advantage. It's flipped onto the other side of things. Heretics, we don't know which way to look towards right now because Mindfreak is deep
Damn,
within
it
the
flipped
spawn.
so fast. Yeah, Mindfreak has a good idea that they might be on top of him, especially with the
back, and they're running all the way over towards A. I mean, it is just pure mayhem in Madrid.
That one is bizarre.
Yeah, I'd have to watch that one back just to see how it happened. I know we lost a mid-duel.
Went for a swing on defense and both fell at the exact same time the res went up. Now,
I mean, they were planning. They were planning around the res, right?
The swing out, and that was a really nice coordinated play. Or whether Team Heretics just ended up trying to face that, and it offered an opportunity for Devi to get the res.
Maybe just facing with Benji getting pushed down by the mosh pit.
Yeah,
having to protect him. You know, maybe just
I think that's what it was.
The ground, see if they can survive by just taking the fight with more players. But it's left just Miniboot reeling in this one. Has to save.
Yeah,
forced back with the rifle. I mean, a really odd round.
Yeah, this is the thing with Heretics. They're always trying to bail everyone out. So when the mosh pit comes in, double swing. Then they just lost the individual duel over towards middle.
The bonus for them is that they'll be
still looking good though in terms of this. It's been a fun sunset.
What went wrong there?
Memura, thank you so much for the prime, dude. Welcome into the Slug Club. Thank you very much.
Up to 5. A reminder, this was the better half for them. Last time we saw it played. But I think this comp should have theoretical value. So yeah, they went for the res before the peaks happened. They were, as you said, Brent, just trying to get that punish onto the mosh pit.
Yeah, I mean, the double punish tried to come in. That was it. They tried to save over towards B and then the punish over towards middle. Just nicely done, to be honest.
Big ult online. Thrash for something. Will be opted to use this. In fact, Heretics want to take the pace straight to.
They want to change this one up, and in theory, in terms of what it was a good mix-up. At least at the end, they now put that Cypher over towards A. So let's see if they can get anything from it. Got one kill trip on the site.
Yeah, kill trip and a vandal, but the Thrash surely clears the way here, spotting multitude of targets forwards into the smoke. Trips, he's waiting for it, the right time to strike, but Nade pushes him away. The plan is
and this is gonna be, do you know why this is gonna be so hard? Because look at this guy. Look at Mindfreak. Yeah, and that's the wall. We bring this one out.
Still gets value with the flash setup. All online, but yet it's not cleared off this angle just yet. Still wants to
and they swing below. Yeah, that was really nice. Not too bad. I mean, it's a good half from everyone, really. Good half from everyone. Lamageddon, thank you so much for the 6 months. Appreciate you, dude. Thank you. The PRX comp on defense, it's really good for the retakes. Can struggle against a late Lark, so we'll have to keep an eye on that. I love that they decided to fight after this.
Absolutely treated here. The best map of both these teams, arguably.
Yeah, that wall boost is so sick.
Match. I mean, who knows what we got in store for the second half? Oh, they are loving it. They are loving it. Just here to have fun at the end of the day. Well, absolutely ridiculous so far. Still, on the floor, let's send it down to Mika. She's standing by with a special guest for an interview.
What's up, everyone?
Yeah, I enjoy the Sage. Has a lot of stuff that it's good at on this map.
And we can hear the crowd roar sparring. This is electric. And how are you enjoying the match?
The match so far is insane. I think that PRX is playing really well. It's the best maps of both teams. So I think the best of three is kind of decided in this game. And both teams are playing at their best, so I'm enjoying it a lot.
Yeah, well, on behalf of Pacific,
Truman, thank you for the prime
very, very well.
Thank you, thank you.
You guys are making us sweat over in Asia. And speaking of which, EMEA and Pacific, we have very, very different styles, right? Which team would you rather play against? Something more structured or something more chaotic like PRX?
I think playing against PRX for the first time is maybe more scary. But
Gonna
after you see
regret
them
doubting
playing once,
PRX,
I
maybe.
think,
This is the best map, though.
has a more complete style. So I think I would rather play against PRX than Heretics.
Yeah, I think the crowd agrees with you. And of course, Nilzinho is somebody that you have a very close relationship with. You know him for a while. What do you think he's thinking right now at this very moment?
I think he's calming the players because it's important to start strong on the second half. He's someone that reminds you what he has prepared for you before the match. And he's probably just saying, guys, keep playing like you're playing really well. Remember what we talked about before and just enjoy the moment because the crowd is cheering for you, something like that.
Speaking of the crowds, really quick, say something to our fans.
Chicos, tenemos que ganar este partido sea como sea y vosotros sois el sexto jugador, así que gritad como nunca, por favor. ¡Vamos!
All right, let's get back into the game.
Got a future, I think.
What is PRX second best map? That is a very good question. I'm actually not even sure.
Yeah, I mean, I know the right things to say. Me, I am an idiot. I only know the one language, so.
Well, as they say in Spain, vamos.
You reckon it's Lotus? Could be.
Perfectly executed.
Yep.
Yeah, let's see. Where are we at? In terms of the pistols, PRX are 1-0 up. We have a big duel over towards here. That flash is great. Doesn't get the kill though. Holy. Yeah, he did so much damage onto Forsaken as well. Something needs to get out of there. And they kind of take the... I mean, they're just going to take the wing of holding this. Waiting for a reaction. Devi kind of looks aware that someone might be here. Yeah, he was super on that. He was holding that the whole time.
Heretics had a 3v1 on the A site for like the last 20 seconds. And they paused, allowing opportunities for PRX to come back into this.
Oh, the space. Look at this, down in 2.
Yeah, you gotta keep an eye on Mindfreak while that's happened. He's pushed all the way down as well. Got all the map control. Oh my.
Missed the timing. Does Mindfreak look left?
Does he look left? Yes, he does. And he spots a hole. Oh, that's juicy targets once more. There's one falling. Boo. Down and out. But
Heretics probably take the win there. That could have been way worse.
They are going to get crunched here. I mean, Mindfreak's going to be coming behind at the same time.
Yeah, it's a lot up to Riens there. As his recon.
So tough for Heretics.
Riens. He's got the dark. Seriously, man, this is just wide out into the open.
Wait, what the hell? This was one of those duels. It's been so clean up until that. 2-0 for PRX in terms of pistols.
For that decision making, after managing to find 2 picks at the beginning and setting themselves up with such an advantage, deciding to put that pause into the round. As soon as Benji gets picked off, you lose all info and control over the rest of the map. And PRX, it is so unusual to see a team still playing 1-1-1 after Elbow's been destroyed. But yeah, ended up working perfectly for PRX. Anticipation perhaps of that pause coming through. They were not scared.
It's all smiles, man.
Forsaken, dude, he loves. This is the map as well, that he always brings this one out.
Expectations. Here's a deep knife. Forwards with the
Well,
dizzy. I mean,
that hit a lot. Knife confirms it.
Heretics players are, but more than a good guess. Just holding, expecting maybe just that re-clearance, re-push.
When we saw PRX playing up against EDG,
Well,
when PRX
this
on
might
the
be a
defense
farm.
Side, outside of the
How
pistol
many?
follow-up, they only won 2 of the rifle rounds.
It's so savage. The amount of times he get double kills from it as well, it's stupid. Well, there's 3 of them. He is 3 away from his ult.
They did struggle. Even though they're 8-6 in the lead right now, you need to see it working in rounds where Team Heretics can fight back. There is only one player on the other side of things still with light armor. That's Riens. As we head into the next round. So Forsaken's Outlaw is going to struggle to get a little bit of value.
Respect being showcased here. For Heretics, no spread default. A rapid take of B main control is what's called an order. The Bulldog, well,
just a gun diff though.
Loses out the dual mini. Boo, this guy.
Outrageous.
He's just ripping him to shreds.
That's so strong. I mean, aim punched as well by the Bulldog in the first fight.
Okay, well, weakened enough though to Forsaken does get.
Yeah, but they at least get the info from it. Out of all the players to go down here, kind of done his job. Still no plant. Yeah, we gotta know there's still no plant. We've got 3 people here. They might feel like they have to take some map control. We're gonna go fast. A bit harder with the Outlaw.
Paranoia and a flash underhanded to clear it forward.
Whoa, this is getting.
Winning this one out surely. Not Heretics doubled up. Close to the wall. Rians side by side. Him and Benji Fishy in a position of being squeezed.
Oh, I mean, nicely done. They both on their jewels out. 56, 70. Yeah, I tell you what though, PRX, really good damage here. Had a lot of good util to make sure that they could. A lot of good util to make sure they could kind of delay the plant, all get in good positions, make sure they couldn't get the good stairs plant, and then it's carried on dueling. And they were just in bad positions.
Look at that kill through the aim punch. Utilizing the flash to force his opponent into the corner, and then the recon to be able to get the illumination on his opponent.
A massive round coming up.
Good response. Right when they needed it, something has picked up the operator.
Onion's gone walkabout.
Yeah, what a bold play. Do we have an instant reaction from them taking over towards A?
Smoke. This was placed down early. I mean, Heretics, they've cooked this one up.
I mean, they know they're going middle.
But they've all got to contain.
Yeah, they forced this a little bit too hard, you would think.
They've just got to watch for top mid, spike drop down.
Like, you gotta kind of look at this round in terms of the info, right? Got to kill over towards A, full A control. You gotta sage wall over towards here. And they don't only have to worry about B main and middle, and we had no util over towards B main. They could just have 3 people pretty much watching all the middle. But maybe Heretics forced that one a bit too much, and that was a big money round. Forced them down to an eco. They got a double guardian, single guardian.
I think PRX had a great protocol for what to do against that.
Yeah, and the good news for them as well, in terms of PRX, was they had so much money. Something now one away from his ult, gets the op-out, we've got KO.
For example, Sentinels would play this.
Decent.
KO Gecko comp. Here's that same smoke again. Like I said, Heretics love this kind of setup. Smoke, instead of blooming in mid, just cuts off one side of it. Stops any crossfire setup. But it's not always going to be real pressure.
Deep pop angle as well. Something... getting all sorts of mid-round information. And yeah, it's the really one in danger. Yeah, here it is. I mean, the jiggle peek for information gets the head clean off.
Gotta be honest with you, I didn't even see Miniboo.
Forsaken now gonna be tucking, cowering. Needs a bit of backup, and he's got it. In the form of Devi. Top round the guns.
Oh boy.
Miniboo up.
So many people holding it.
And it is good.
Yeah, the flash was incredible. Nicely done from Boo on this.
Fury.
Oh, the ult to insta-cancel this. Oh man, we've invested a lot right now. Knife goes in. I think it hit 3 as well. They had mid control. They have a passer now isolated over towards... I mean, a lot of this is down to Mind Freak. I know Forsaken's low.
Yeah. Does that make a difference? Does he perhaps call them back over towards A? It looks quite committed.
He's just spotted him. Benji Fishy out wide. Does he expect another play?
What a shot.
Yes, he does, Mind Freak.
Damn, bro. Yeah, the 1x1x1. And he hits some shots on this. He has his ult. Can he even... I don't think he has time to get there and do it. No, he doesn't have time.
9 seconds. He wants to go for it. 7 seconds.
Yeah. No time for it. Would have been close, but I think he would have been like a second off.
Little disappointing the way that Heretics were posted up in B main there, just
that was
swinging forwards instead of trying to get
this flash over was the one.
There are multiple angles there that need to be covered.
Honestly, a lot of just Forsaken's util was really good here. Even the ult to cancel that. Yeah, and then Mind Freak is just a god.
Paddy is just kind of looking at the wall while Rians sets up a dart. I feel like you could have been double holding that. Nevertheless, PRX are squeezing away, and I was setting expectations for this defense half based on what we saw when PRX played against EDG. Right? And we saw that the defense half, actually, they weren't able to get those rounds on the board very easily. But here, it's looking great at dealing with what Heretics have. There's been clear improvement and awareness of the kind of things that Heretics want to do. That mid play in particular.
Yeah. The right answers. almost everything that's gone thrown their way.
And this is now the final timeout.
And that's
for
all the
Heretics
timeouts
coaches
done.
to try to have some of their own input. And we're pretty far away from the finish line. It'd have to be another 6 rounds that Heretics get on the board. Twice as fast as PRX. To be able to get the win here, and you heard it from Mixwell's mouth earlier on, he said the winner on Sunset is probably going to win the BO3. Now, I think Heretics still has win advantage, win possibilities on Lotus and Split, but
this is always going to go down like this. In my mind, this was. I mean, we'll see.
Sure.
Really does.
This is always, in my mind, PRX's best chance of getting a map.
Stepping up at the right moments.
They just need to look individually better on Lotus and Split from what we've seen. This is probably like one of the only maps where I'm like actually convinced with PRX's comp.
A couple of waves of that util, making sure all of it is clear, but it's given up entirely for the retake. PRX, look at them happy for it.
And this comp is really good at retaking too.
Oh, it's insane for retaking. Wall over towards middle, so they don't have to worry about the mid luck over there as well. How much util does Heretics save? Because they're kind of using a lot of util into this. The saving grace right now is going to be if Patty didn't get his ult down, so he didn't get his KO ult. So they can't stop any of this. Big Jules. What a shot.
Man sent flying, cage in his face, something not to be deterred. Molly to set that one up, out through elbow.
Oh my.
I think Boo just spotted the tip of the operator there.
Now it's been called, a bit of a pause, pump the brakes. Wait, it's out. Smoke online, Mind Freak.
A really good reposition from Benji. Yeah, a really good reposition, and they last saw him over towards here, so pushing through the smoke once you hear the plant doesn't feel risky, but it actually was because Benji did the best thing and went around the world.
He will have to slow down a little just to check these positions. And the longer he takes, the more Heretics should start to think about different angles. Here, Boo gets smoke over towards A-Link, allows Benji to hold.
He's holding the angle now. It all comes down to this one angle and one fight shot going
Yeah,
wide.
Benji gets out of there. Wants none of it.
Doubled up. There should be no danger in this round. Should be no danger at all. Should be no danger at all, he says still.
And look at something. He knows it's over. Scratching his head, forced to try to save and reposition. Perhaps
the big win for Heretics. It was really close. I like the insta-fast flood over towards site. I think they were really on top of the fact that Patty was one away from his ult. And just going before they got the plant down and fast flooding was the one. The wall over towards middle gave them the extra info as well.
Another situation, actually, where Miniboo is still able to get the entry going. Despite the fact that he's been shot at by an opponent. He's like already...
Yeah, Benji's reposition here was lovely.
Is that a little nod of respect for how good the entry was, or is he looking at somebody else's kills?
In terms of Heretics, though, 1-9 loss bonus on top of this would be a disaster. This is a big, big swing round at 8-10. Insta ult over towards B, and it has a camera inside of it. That's a little bit scary for Mind Freak.
Benji's got his cam actually inside Mind Freak's pit. Could end up being useful at some point.
Knife goes in. Do they now walk in and break the cam?
Knife going to be at least taking down all the kit here. Mosh pit held. Ready for some sort of...
The hell is this?
Where does it land? Not
bit here.
It's for an elbow retake. They're going to throw that
flash on
paranoia,
top.
If Monya can get this and get out.
Walks forwards. Not expecting to be up there. I mean,
yeah, and
massive gap
it wasn't too bad. The thing that we missed on top of this was Forsaken had a flash out for him to take the angle. So it was like...
for anybody that could be holding close there.
I
was really expecting.
Yeah, I get what he's saying, but I think the overall thing was they didn't realize they'd walked all the way up close and then they flashed over. So it was a little bit risky, and they were in the only position that didn't have util. It didn't.
They walk onto this line.
It wasn't as bad as it looked, I guess, is what I'm saying.
You have util, yeah, underhanded flash forwards.
And that's a person that can get res though, so they can overwhelm this. 2 people can hold, 1 person can res.
You are absolutely nuts for that.
3 HP on site. Oh, look at the Omen flash, and we missed another shot.
Going wide forwards with the rifles, claiming the territory, claiming the ground. Slow orb.
They are locked in here though. I know it's a 4v3, but they are really locked.
Where is this one going? He's out wide into the open. Rians. Peeking into it. Footsteps heard.
Oh boy.
Another shot missed.
Rez.
Online here, wall in their faces. Rez now here towards the back of it with something going down. A spray just can't be managed, can't be wrangled forward in time. Mindfreak 2v2 turns it into it here.
A great reposition from Miniboo.
Falling. That was the only rifle player,
Yeah, and then it kind of didn't go next to each other. He wanted to switch up the guns.
Still, it's a lot to handle, a lot to manage. Doesn't know the positions. Miniboo's playing tucked to really the safety of the back of the side. So yeah, just got to give it up.
And he doesn't take his op into this as well. And he might not even take this gun. They don't take the guns either. But it was just a big buy round. I'll tell you what, with them going down, would they be tempted to buy? We've got two people that are sitting like 2,900 in terms of these two. Yeah, this is an interesting round. There's some options here. They should probably play it safe and just eco. But
it's curtains, and Miniboo on the other side held down a really important push from Mindfree. 2 straight up 1v1s.
Is KO really that good on this map? Yeah, I think it's unreal. I really do. I'm a big fan of it. First of all, the knife to get like info over towards the sites, and the fact that the roof is open so you can always have flashes to kind of set someone else up is just really good. I think it's great for just normal defaults over towards map control, and then I just think it's good for just like XX retakes, just little like micro plays to get first kills. I'm like a big fan of it. The more I've watched it, I'm just like, I would run this over like a breach.
There is an older Boo brother as well.
Listen, just get them all involved, man. Let's have a family reunion on the big stage.
Yeah, get Golden Boy to cast it like his WWE.
He would love that.
Oh my God.
Absolutely, he's looking at me, he's nodding. He would love that.
Is that the Susano Brothers music? I mean, it would go crazy. But what a game we've got here. Both of these teams wrestling with each other, trying to figure out the ways to be able to get past different setups. That round, it felt like it should have been a bit of a gimme for Heretics because they were offered that pick at the very beginning.
So they keep it safe on this one, just three guns, and that's still very scary. Heretics been spamming over towards A. They decide to try to go over towards B now. And it is going to be knife close into recon over towards site. Ooh. Okay, camera clears close. Recon over towards site. Doesn't get shot, so they know that all the close is clear. It's a lovely knife.
Yeah, I think he's going to cancel there.
It only hit 3. Okay, it hit 3 instead of the 5 that I thought it was going to hit, and then with that info, they push close.
Anticipate 3 players being pushed out A here. You know, when it's quiet on B, but you end up getting knifed, and there's a smoke in your face.
It's very nice at the moment for PRX. And we're just using delay, and they have a smoke and a wall to delay. They are ready for this to an extent, but they're still going to be locked in.
Things here should be somewhat safe, but they're stuck in B main right
now.
Oh
man,
the timing.
Went to do the smokes. Do they expect Benji here?
Nade going, flying forward, something. He wins his
I guess he saw him or something.
Jules, at least with the rifles, it's traded out. Falls, and another pause put into the play here with 45 seconds left. What do they choose to do? Forsaken, ADS. It's going to be a bit of a demon with it here. Flash forward.
They're going to force over towards the site. Dude, they're in such a rough position, and Patty has used both of his flashes. So to get through this choke point was a little bit scary for them. Now, Miniboo is insane. In terms of important duels that he has to win out to make the rounds easier, it's been, I've seen at least 3. Might even be like 4 and above. Look at that.
Didn't have a rifle in his hands, but at least Forsaken does still looking for the wraparound. Players, plenty of them, ready for the targets here. Heads good.
Oh, it's such a scary round. The TP close.
Still watching, and damage low enough.
Look at the HPs. Oh my. Big round from Munyet on this one. Lovely TP to get close. Love the whole entire round, to be honest, off the info of the knife.
PRX had them scrambling. Team Heretics just heads on a swivel the entire time.
Yeah.
A lack of decisiveness there, I think. A decision had to be made.
It was like,
do we go and push into the players flanking us? Do we
there was a lot of moments where they had to kind of make a hard decision for sure.
They decided to go towards the site. But even then, once they got to Boba, they didn't commit forwards. They went back towards the site and allowed themselves to get tangled up again. I mean, you could just see how uncomfortable that was from the Heretics' point of view. And frustration in the camp. That was their opportunity to tie things up at 10-10. They had the economy punished for PRX, and now it's them coming into the round with Sheriff.
On his crazy low.
Disaster.
They're gonna need something similar, aren't they?
And what a piece of PRX magic, just when they needed it.
They're gonna go. Are they gonna go walk in again?
The triple push out of A, despite all of the
They just went super aggro to try and make sure they could get the KO. And they set one person up over towards A. Uh-oh. Lovely flash though. Still, they win out on top. They get out of there in terms of what?
You can't escape with the ult. Looking for it.
Wait, what?
3 versus 3 though.
Really?
Still that danger there. Backside again. Cool made. Walking up for now. It's Minibu and Padatek. Anything to set this up? No,
Must have just been sticking out a little bit to the left then, I guess.
Gunfights. Rian's last one forward.
Oh, nicely done. Forsaken had good util on top of this one. How did he kill the Omen ult? Was it just... I guess it was just slightly saw the edge of him.
Forsaken did everything he possibly could in that round just to get them up to map point. Had a flash for the first peek. His teammates fumbled it. He's there, the safety net, the backbone of the team. As he has been all tournament.
Yeah, he has been outrageously
I don't think he
good.
was the best player for this team during kickoff, but at Madrid, he's given us
okay, nice.
Forsaken performance. So consistent and good for the multi-kills in all of these really big rounds.
What a god.
So up to map
Yeah, he's given it. He's been standing up after every single round as well.
Stack on the A site. Team Heretics might be set up for a fast play themselves.
Okay, 3 chances to close this one out.
It's the coin flip here with a util sent flying, offloaded. One yet though. He's deep onto the angle, deep onto the line. Another nade. Don't know if it was a tenor for that particular spot, but still he's there. Fakes the TP. Forwards of a slow
This gets
walk.
info.
They have funneled them now.
Where's he
Team
going?
Heretics, they want nothing to do with this area. With a walk down, luckily. Player remaining behind, just enough to break it.
Heretics have got a lot of util out of them.
And they have options here. Do you try to put some pressure in mid? Do you try to put some pressure market? PRX playing passively throughout middle of the map, but actually getting a lot of information on the extremities. B main, A main, held by Mindfreak and Devi.
On the precipice now. No casualties, of course, but when it slow down to this, anything could happen. Something, there's no way.
Surely not.
Going for walking straight down towards it. Padatek's dead as a trade. Minibu, fast on the response. Forwards to the wall here with the drone. It just fades away and breaks.
They're so insane. Yeah, they're so insane, but I mean, that's PRX.
Lost.
They group up over towards Devi. I mean, you have a chance.
Maybe a kill might do it. Maybe it might, but still Team Heretics are too disciplined. Well drilled. They do not want to let it slip now.
Could let Benji plant. Okay, they don't care about it.
The PRX have got.
Yeah, time a bit too low to mess around with that stuff.
PRX really scrambled by the slower pace.
Overconfidence? Nah, not really. It was more just like good from Heretics here. The problem was that they had used so much util for a lot of this that it was just like, well, if they got over towards the site and overwhelmed, they didn't then have the util to retake. And I think that kind of came into some of their minds with a lot of the util they used, right? They used wall over towards here, all their smokes. They used mosh pit over towards top mid. They'd used a lot that they would normally use in a retake. So I think they were just like, well, we can just start walking over towards her and take some chances, take some jaws. Especially with the people that are used util.
A lovely lifeline for Team Heretics.
Plus, their comp's hard for them to get information.
There are still 2 chances here for PRX to be able
it's
to
like
close out map 1.
they'd pretty much used a bit of utils to get info. They hit one with the knife over towards A. Maybe they thought more people were dodging it. It was more nice from Heretics just holding as many positions as they did as well.
That's just how important it is. You can feel tensions are running high here.
Okay, 3 down to 2. And it's only Monyet that kind of gets hit with the gun diff. And money's kind of low on this one. They would get 2-9 for the end, so next round for Heretics, if they do get there, should be a bit easier. Oh man, there's a chance. Something is official. They go aggro over towards here, and Benji.
They missed Benji.
Wait, is he gonna? Benji has really good timing. Benji has really good timing. I'm surprised he hasn't gone for this. Oh, what a savior! Oh, Mindfreak was gonna get 2.
Pure chaos. But can you expect anything less? PRX, they thrive in it, born in it, molded by it. Benji left to pick up the pieces and maybe forge something out of it, but it's a triple face. You do not stand.
Damn, nicely done from PRX. Holy, that was pretty intense. Double pistol made this one a a little bit one-sided. I think if there was another pistol here, it would have been overtime or something like that in terms of 1-1.